Education is a powerful driver of development and an important instrument in the reduction of poverty. Maurice Kimatu, founder of Ngoma Schools, an online education platform, understands this aspect so well and has therefore embarked on a journey to foster change through education as well as increase the literacy percentage. Here is his story.
I'm the director of the Ngoma Schools, a new online institution which is dealing with eradicating the literacy in the country, working within the timelines of the Vision 2030. Back then, we used to go to school with barefoot, learning in government schools. You know, the life was not good. Being brought up in a not able family, we cannot say the life was so good, but we maneuvered, we managed, because I can say majority of the people we started school with, they were not able to complete their school, you know. And back then, I think it is not like nowadays, whereby education has been publicized, and it is something which is common in a society. So back then, we had no motivational speakers, we had no people who are encouraging you, you have to do this, you have to do this, because the parents are not learned, you know. So to some point, they don't know the essence of education, you understand? So it was you to push yourself. So it is something which started a long time ago when I was growing. They said I have to push myself because I can say back then we didn't have role models, you know, because now you can get the YouTube and on the internet and you can understand some few motivational speakers. They can give you the essence of education. But back then we didn't have the motivational speakers. It was you to push yourself. The parents, they were there just to take you to school, complete this, come back, go and fetch water, collect firewood. They didn't know what next after this. So I can say for us, we are few people who managed to complete the school back then, motivate ourselves, because we knew what we wanted. Back then, you see, the life was very hard, you know, and learning from a government school, there's some things which are not provided compared to the nowadays schools, whereby even food was a problem. Because back then was, you have to carry your canteen, you understand? You have to carry your canteen, the tin food and all that. And maybe sometimes it was not there, and it was understood, right? So you find that you have to go to school from the morning till evening, you have not taken anything. And when you go back home, it's not that you're going to find some food, you are going home, go and fetch some water, collect some firewood, fetch some water, or maybe get the cattle from their field, the grassy field, and take them back home. So those were the duties we were doing, you understand? So learning back then, it was not as easy as now. Because I can say we used to walk almost, not really a kilometer, but almost a kilometer every day with my younger siblings and my older siblings. So life was not that good, but we persevered. I saw the poverty which was there in society, and to where I come from personally, you understand? The life was harsh, and there's some life I wanted, because there's some few element people, some individuals who had made it. And you can say, oh, these people have made it, and this because they have learned to this level. So for me back then, I knew education is the key to everything. Going to school barefoot, with torn uniforms, you know, being sent home. Me, I can declare and say, there's no any particular day the students were being sent home for fees, and I fell in that category. Every list when the students have been going to bring the money for activity, I was in that slot, you see. So it's a life which I didn't like, you know. So for me, there are some people who had made it in the society, and maybe you had heard stories they had learned up to this level. So I said education is only the key to everything. That's what motivated me. Because in that, the people who would come to school and say, you know what, I'm from University of Nairobi, I'm from this, I'm working in this organization. We didn't have those people back then. Now you guys, I know you can agree with me. So it was you to push yourself. So I grew up in that environment. It was not good for me. I was not fit into it. So I said, I'll push with this education, you know. I can say in primary I was elected as a head boy. Back then I was a head boy. And I remember I used to address students in Kampa language. And I'm in class 8, you remember? So it's a parade, the teacher's there, and you are giving the speeches in Kampa, you get, because we're not even able to. So I can say we have grown. Yes, and something I wanted and I can say I've achieved. We know the society whereby we don't have, the literacy is low. The rate of poverty is very poor because these people, they don't have any skills to venture in, all right? So those are the things I say, this is what I'm going to fight for. The Ngoma is just a name, which is, it is actually is my name. It is my first, this is the first name, or this is my first name, yes. Ngoma is a famous name, is Kampa community. If I could give some history about it, is that back then, during the times of the Mumbi and all that, so we had these now Mwatu Ngoma in Kamba community, and we had Kamau in Kikuyu community. You understand? So it happened that Ngoma sold cattle to Kamau. You get? Then instead of say kumuzia the cattle, the little cattle, instead he sold the buffaloes. All right. So what happened? The Kamau, the time to go to collect the cattle from Ngoma, the Matwa Ngoma, he sent the herdsmen and the servants when you are wanafanya kazi and all that. So when they went, they collected now the buffaloes. So they were attacked by the buffalo and they were killed. So what happened now? The Kamau took Matwa Ngoma to the court, the Caucasian chalk circle, whereby the people used to draw the circle. This is where the judge should sit. This is the door. This is the window. So it's an interesting story anyway. Then what happened? Matwa Ngoma bewitched the Kamau. You get, because I'll come peleka kotini, which the Kamau. So what happened there? The rivals started from that point. So because Ngoma bewitched Kamau, now the term we hear the community of Kampa, they have the witchcraft and all that. It started from that myth. Then Kamau, because he has taken Ngoma to the court and they bribed the court, this myth of Kikuyu people with money started from that point. So meanwhile, it is just a name in Kampa community. It doesn't mean I have the characteristics of Matwa Ngoma, you know. It is just a name. So for me, I was just looking at a name which will fit my school, and maybe a name which I'm comfortable with, which can reach people with. We have a center whereby we run as an informal institution, and we have registered under the umbrella of the CBO. CBO is the community-based organization, whereby it's a non-governmental organization, non-profit organizations, which tries to give back to the society. The features in the CBO, we have the entrepreneurship, we have the community mobilization, we have the health issues, and we have the education. So for me, I'm dealing with that one feature of the education bit of it. So the people we deal with in Ngoma schools are the vulnerable and marginalized people, the people who are illiterate. We try to give them a second chance because we need everybody to do well, right? So those are the people we are targeting, the people who are not able to go to school, the people who are not able maybe to complete their certificates. We give them a second chance to sit for the exams. So those are the people we are targeting with. We are targeting the youth, the young teenager mothers. Maybe there's some people who are not able to complete their certificate because of financial reasons here and there. You get, and maybe they need to go back to school and maybe maybe chase their dreams and all that. And you find maybe these people, they are in our societies, they are old, they cannot get back to uniforms, let them go back to school, you know. So we are giving them a second chance, because when you register in our institution, regardless of your age, where you come from, we don't care. Even if you are 70 years old, you can come to our institution. We don't discriminate people, you know. We take you through the system the way it is. And the exams which are done by any other institution, the Alliance in Miranda, any national examination, we sit for those exams, no difference. When you come to the center now, there's a form you have to fill. As any other student, you need to get the passports, photos, you need to get your personal details, that the birth certificate, that is the ID, and any other required for any other student to admit to a school. You understand? So That's how we admit. When now let's talk about the social media one, the Ngoma Schools. So when you log into our website, you sign up as a student, all right? Our website, we have made it so much easier. You don't need to maybe to send this to verify your account and all that. So when you get to, you sign up everything and you get your details, you just go to the category. Then we have a button there whereby the student can choose the course they want. So in that case now, we liaise with the students. We take through the, we know the level of a student, you know, because there are those who are starting from bottom. They don't even know how to write, to read and to write. So we bring those people up, they know how to read and write. We take them through the system of now the 844 till they do the KCP, because many times these people, they are youths. So they are those who are not starting from the CBC, you understand? So after they know how to read and write, we take them through till they do their KCPE. Those who are after the KCP now, we take them through at the syllabus as well till they do their KCSE. Now, in our center we are registered and it is approved the next center, all right, which is the Matrix Algebra Education Center. They can come there and they do the exams. But now what happens to the online school, which is Ngoma Schools, which is online. So this is what we do. When we link with a student, it doesn't matter which county he or she comes from, for example, maybe from Voi, Garissa, Pokot, wherever. So we liaise and we link that student with the nearby sub-county where he comes from. Remember, because in the sub-county, you can register an exam as a private candidate. All right. So when we link the student, as the worker of the sub-county can give you the details on how you can sit for the exam as a private candidate, but they don't bother where you're going to do the tuition from. All right. So that is the gap now we are trying to fill. You understand? Whereby we take them through the syllabus the way it is, but during the exam time now, we link them with the sub-county where they have registered. They go there, they sit for exam as a private candidate, and that's so. So for us, we are just opening that that gap which is not filled of the tuition programs, because in the Ngoma Schools, we have all the teachers. We have the science teachers, mathematical teachers, technical teachers, humanities teachers, the teachers from the lower levels who are really helping in reading and writing. And it's really a challenge, because we normally sometimes find some student who doesn't know how to read and write. So sometimes they have to use some gestures, you understand? Still they know how to read and write. We are working within the timelines of Vision 2030 to see if we can improve the percentage of illiteracy in the country, you know? So we didn't put the higher level, because the people we are targeting, they are the people who are illiterate. And these people, maybe, they have no jobs, remember. All right? This is a person who is not skilled. This is a person who doesn't know how to read and write. All right? So we don't expect a lot of money, maybe because some of them, they are being sponsored, they get some donors and all that. So, for example, if they are online, for a course, it is well described there. It is very cheap, because admission is free. You just need to sign up, we link it with us, and we give you the fee structure, which I'm not going to mention online because it is there. Then we take you through the services the way it is. We go with the pace of a student, because we understand there are some people who their learning pace is very slow. You get. So we cannot say this course is going to take this period of time. Maybe you have not been able to cover the syllabus in a given period of time with the rest. Then we can assign an individual teacher, and we're not going to add any more fee. So our services are so cheap. And even when you come to the center, our fees are very, very cheap, because the people we are targeting, they are not rich people. And as I said earlier, the Ngoma Schools is registered under the CBO, and the CBO is an organization, non-government organization, and a profitable organization. As I said, we are moving all over the country. We are in Garissa, we are in Turkana, we are in Voi, we are whatever. So you see, we are traveling, we are using vehicles. You see, so to some point you find that we are not being able to reach some areas, you understand? So challenges have been there. Again, we have to assign teachers who need to be paid, understand? Because the online is becoming so wide, you get. So The challenges we have is maybe for the traveling from here and there, maybe try to construct some facility, because there are some areas whereby we construct some facility for students to come physically to the class. You can understand when we have the literate people in the society, we are going to have the good governance in the society, because these people, we are going to choose to vote well. We are going to reduce the level of the poverty in the society. These people who have been idle, they are the people who are turning to be the criminals. So the rate of criminal, we are going to reduce that rate in the society. So this is the initiative we are working on, and we believe it will work, because we started when it was just faith, and now we have faith and experience, and I believe it will work. For the first 5 years, we have not registered less than every class we have registered not less than 100 students to sit for the KCSE. Let me just be specific, the KCSE. Right, when you come to the center, you find the student. In fact, in the Form 4 at the moment, I think we are around 120 students. You get, so for the first 5 years, these are the people who have been released to the society. You get, they have been graduated under our hands. You get, so that's a good number. And some of these people, we pick them from so low. You get, some of them, they didn't know how to read, they know how to write. After they knew how to read and write, we took them higher. They did their KCSE, the KCP, that's the primary level, you know. Then after that, we pushed them higher till they did the KCSE. And remember, in any course, when you take any course in this country, you need to have that certificate on Form 4. You get, so you can't do anything if you don't have a certificate. So that's the gap we are trying to. So we can say in the society, we are impacted so well. So the next 20 years, what I can guarantee is that the level of illiteracy in the country, which is 20%, when you look at the way it has been increased and improving, we have been having an improvement of maybe 2% index, 3% index, 4% index, and we have not been there. So what I can guarantee, if I get enough support, right, the kind of support maybe to be able to reach these students. What I'm playing with the Kenyans, I just need to reach these people. Nothing more. I just need to reach people and spread this gospel of education. So I can guarantee the next 10 years, the level of illiteracy in the country will be less than 5%. We can imagine the kind of the society and the country you're going to have with such society. Everybody, 90-95%, everybody is literate, has a skill to do. You can imagine. All right. So in that case, that's the country we are dreaming for. And that is the essence of Ngoma Schools. That is what Ngoma Schools dreams about. The youth out there, you can be what you want if you have the passion. You have a second chance. The Ngoma Schools is here for you. You don't need to go back to school. Maybe if you dropped out of school because of various reasons, financial reasons, early pregnancies, maybe of one reason, or maybe those kind of people, the Ngoma Schools in taking 30 positions, and we are coming where you are learning from home. All what you need to do, you just log into our website, www.ngomaschools.cf, or you can simply find us in all social media platforms at Ngoma Schools, in Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you're going to find our team there. We are going to take you through our system, how we do it without any discrimination, till you do your studies, your certificate, that's the KCP, and the Form 4 certificates. Yes.